Can a phone that costs from around $350 compete with the very best phones on the market? No, of course not. But the Nokia 7.2 is a very decent phone for the price. See our review of this phone with pros and cons, plus 3 great alternatives. On some features there's a huge gap between the most expensive and best phones on the market compared to the more lower priced phones. And on other features the difference is not that big. Nokia 7.2 is a fine example of this. It's a cheap phone with some great features and some features that are not so great. Nokia 7.2 got a design as classic as any other phone with a big display. It's fair to say that Nokia did not spend too much time on creating a unique design. That's fair enough considering the price. There's glass on the front and back and it's a bit slippery. A cover is needed for a firm grip. It's nice with the headphone jack, but actually more nice is the button to activate Google Assistant. That is a convenient way to activate it for users who are not that familiar using voice control. Nokia 7.2 is an Android One phone. Nokia is one of the very last phone companies to keep using Android One. But that is a good thing for Nokia because there are some fine advantages with this. It means quick updates, at least 2 big Android updates and 3 years of security updates. The security level should also be on level with what most enterprises demand, and it can be a shortcut for Nokia to gain big attention from that market. The user interface is otherwise very simple, as clean Android as possible, and even though it's not the most powerful phone, the navigation speed is high. This is another advantage with Android One. It's built to secure a good experience even though it's a cheap and not very powerful phone. And I'm not finished talking about Android One, because the phone does not need much power to give a smooth experience, and there are hardly any features to suck the battery dry. Then the battery life is very decent even though the battery capacity is not that impressive. 3500 mAh is a bit to the low side on a phone with a big screen, but I typically have around 20-25% battery life left at bedtime. It takes about 2 hours to charge the battery from 0 to 100% with the charger included in the box. That's pretty slow. The display is of course not as good as what we find on Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus or OnePlus 7T Pro for example, but for the price it's actually better than we could expect. 6.3-inch big Full HD Plus resolution, HDR10 support, always on display, and of course Nokia's own pure display technology that optimizes the display quality. It's simply a fine display, whether you look at the price or not. The camera in phones has evolved a lot the last 2 years, and even cheap phones have seen some great updates. Nokia 7.2 has 3 cameras with 48 plus 8 plus 5 megapixels with size technique, face detection, autofocus, bokeh effect, wide angle and video in 4K. Videos recorded with Full HD can use electronic image stabilization. In most situations, the camera takes fine pictures. The price for Nokia 7.2 starts from around $350 or a bit more than $300, and that's a good price for a phone with this high quality. But of course there are also some cons. For example, the phone starts with Android 9 out of the box instead of Android 10, so it's pretty easy to promise 2 big updates on that background. The 10-watt charger is disappointing. To charge the phone from 0 to 100% in 2 hours is, well, slow. The phone is not IP certified, so it's not waterproof or dustproof by any official standards. And if you're looking for a good camera phone, this is not the phone to go for. It's a decent camera phone, but not good. Finally, it's a rather slippery phone, so you need a cover for a more firm grip. The fight among cheap and good phones is bloody and crowded. There are many good phones at a great price level. Here are 3. For the price, Nokia 7.2 is a fine phone, but you're not gonna get blown away by its features and specifications. It's user-friendly, has nice navigation speed, and the Android One part with swift updates is nice in this price level. Did you like this video? Then subscribe to our channel and don't miss out on future videos like this. Also remember to visit smartphonesrevealed.com for the latest and best prices on new smartphones.